What do you remember about Zecharia Sitchin?
Zecharia Sitchin was someone in the rituals attending the rituals who was not a major player in as far as the rituals went, but was someone that others present did not make remarks at or were very careful as to what they said around him. And he was talking about, he would be talking about doing away with people, persons that were in his way or were putting out information that he didn't feel that he wanted put out. He is very much a disinformer, and that is his job, to disinform about what is going on with the Illuminati and with the reptilians.
He actually warned me off from investigating the reptilians, interestingly. He actually warned me off from investigating the reptilians, interestingly.
I think it seems likely to me that the CT has utilized imagery that we associate with extrasolar aliens to disguise their presence, to kind of mask where they're coming from, and to throw us off the scent. I think one thing that this secret civilization among us has going for it is a very prolonged, maintained, and very well-cultivated sense of stealth. I think that they thrive on secrecy. I think that's a big asset. I think they're flesh and blood. I think a lot of them could possibly pass for human. And I think that they share the planet with us, and I think they're nomadic. And it seems to me that they are here to stay, in the sense that they've been here a long time. If you look at folklore, we find recurring references to them in different disguises, but then again, that seems to be kind of the hallmark of the whole thing. I think that UFOs are their latest disguise, because we automatically associate that with aliens from other planets. And there's nothing inherently unsound about the extraterrestrial hypothesis, and it's not mutually incompatible with the cryptoterrestrial idea. But nevertheless, I think that when we look at the evidence of like hybridization programs like Bud Hopkins and David Jacobs, I don't see what sense that would really make if it's an extrasolar species interacting with us, why they would have any interest.
We heard a lot about terrorism. Then we were going to identify third world country crazies. We now call them nations of concern.
With the rogue nations we have today, it's absolutely ludicrous.
But he said that would be the third enemy against whom we would be needing to build space-based weapons. And the next enemy was asteroids. Now at this point, he kind of chuckled the first time he said it. Asteroids, against asteroids we're going to build space-based weapons. So it was funny then. And the funniest one of all was against what he called aliens, extraterrestrials. That would be the final card. And over and over and over, during the 4 years that I knew him and was giving his speeches for him, he would bring up that last card. And remember, Carol, The last card is the alien card. We're going to have to build space-based weapons against aliens, and all of it, he said, is a lie.
Suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species, from another planet, outside in the universe. We'd forget all the little local differences that we have between our countries.
Oh yes, we discussed it at every conference that we had. Something like that going on. Flying saucers, and we've had other things, you know, if I'm not mistaken.
Flying saucers have invaded our planet. Washington, London, Paris.
So my thoughts are moving back to the Second World War and the work of the German scientists. Could the American operation to capture those scientists and their technology offer any clues to what really happened at Roswell? The Allies did capture one man who knew all about this place, and he wasn't a token find. His name was SS General Jakob Sporenberg, and he was in charge of the technical program at the mine. What he revealed astonished his interrogators. Indeed, I find it astonishing 60 years later. In a memo to Hitler, the scientists wrote, "It is in our opinion that the scientific results ascertained from our experiments with the bell are truly decisive for the war."
Henry Kissinger headed some sort of a study group back in the 50s to study the ramifications of this information if it had leaked through a credible source. In fact, Jimmy Carter was not brought into the loop. They, for some reason, the group, the control group, they don't trust the guy for some reason.
Upon taking office in January of 1977, held a meeting with then the Director of Central Intelligence, who was George Bush Sr., and demanded that the Director of Central Intelligence turn over to the President the classified information about unidentified flying objects and the information that was in the possession of the United States intelligence community concerning the existence of extraterrestrial intelligence. This information was refused to the President of the United States by the Director of Central Intelligence, George Bush Sr.
Because the terrestrials are indeed real and indeed sharing the planet with us, that they are marginalized and that they have a very compromised population. If that's so, then they might very well need to replenish their genetic stock from time to time. And to do so under the auspices of being aliens from another star system, another planet, would fall right into kind of what we expect. And it would be the perfect smokescreen, I think. I think it would be very effective, and I think it would fool a great many people. And if you look at popular culture, where we tend to be fascinated by accounts of aliens, to the point where the word aliens is synonymous with the extraterrestrial hypothesis. But I don't think the extraterrestrial idea is the final word. I think it's worth considering, but I also think that the idea that we're sharing the planet, as ludicrous as it may sound when you first consider it, has some good circumstantial evidence to back it up and to complement some of the ideas associated with it. So I wouldn't rule it out at all, and I think it's a real intriguing idea, and the more I look into it, the more credible I find it.